Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5.
I think that's one that...
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Bringing it back. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. First down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. There he goes. Touchdown Bulldogs. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, at this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tompkins. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Using the quick game. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making side adjustments here. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Using his feet to buy time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Rides the back on the option to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. Hard running there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get positive yardage.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, LSU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Will come from their own 17. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Will be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Play action on first down. Unleashes one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot. Better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Kansas. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Leaves it with the running back. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They try to pop a run on the draw. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick completion to the right. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, They are on their feet, yelling.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Completes it in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Boom. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll operate out of split backs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
These corners backing off a bit. From the gun. Give on the inside. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab right down the middle. And the defense jumps on. Get that turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They think there's room to run to the right here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Makes the pass. He's got it. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game. They're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done. Scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Boise State is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights?
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
They could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. DBs will back off a bit. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Keeps it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. The screen, he's got wheels. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Might be changing the route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The option look. Now the toss. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the tight end. To the ground to try to move the chains. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different.
They'll try to get him on the fake. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll try the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The RPO fires complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Tiger! And that one will give him the lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talking about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Motion from the wideout. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes into 39.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Dogs headed quickly to the line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? These corners going to give these receivers some space. To the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Forward. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And This is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. An 84-yard drive there, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save. There he goes! The 20! Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
He's past the 30. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
A strike downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage, and here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Southern Miss. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Tompkins. He'll toss it. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I... Defense.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a 1st down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the 1st down.
They'll run the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy. Running the option, down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's stopped right there, short of the first down in this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Third down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete on the comeback. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these two-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to...
Breaks it to the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. On the option. Quick toss.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Timeout, Georgia.
And lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. looking to fire. Trying to bail in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lost a throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Here's a throw downfield late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And you talk about all the excitement and emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over. Now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.